kinds of people we're looking at here. Two different situations. If we both walked onto a plane, I would be the pilot, you would be a passenger. I am an innovator. You are an imitator. I'm a leader. You are a follower. I am a winner, and all of you are losers.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Exit stage left, exit stage right. There is no place to run. All the fuses in the exit sign have been burned out. Now I'm the one doing the challenging.
And starting this moment from now, from this moment on, this will be the moment, starting now, of the genesis of
the Professors of Wrestling. All right, now we're recording, and it's helpful if I hit the button.
Okay.
But I have to double hit it.
Prime, then record.
Prime, record, and then when I see like the sound level stuff bumping,
yeah,
I'm like, good, we're good to go.
Gotcha.
And then we just went in a couple minutes, and we're able to practice. I think that's a good practice.
Yeah.
So we can pretend. Well, we can't pretend because we've just now outed ourselves here.
What's up, Dave?
Not much. So welcome to Professors of Wrestling. I'm Dave.
I'm Dorrian.
And this week we've got a lot of we got a new segment that I thought I would have a bumper for, but one waited till last minute and couldn't find what I need, so that will happen in the future. News. We got actual news.
Good news for some.
Some, yeah. And previews of some shows coming up in the area, and we have no nacho reviews this week.
No, it's tough to find nachos these days.
Because when we thought we were recording earlier, we were talking about how last month it was just like week after week after week of really fun, great, well-produced shows, and then now we're kind of like in the drought season, which I think is kind of we got spoiled.
Yeah, because I was like, I haven't been to wrestling in a good minute, and now this mid-April is about to start picking up.
I like it. I think it's like one of those things is we just get a taste to where like we want more.
Yeah.
Because I think if we got it all the time, we'd become just blasé and not care as much.
You're right.
All right. We were talking about like if anybody we're gonna get some sort of either buttons, some stickers, maybe even T-shirts down the road. When we're thinking about a logo, if you think of a logo, you want to send it in. But I know we're gonna be working on it with we're gonna call him our graphic artist specialist, friend of ours. That's really good with that stuff. Put together some Professors of Wrestling swag.
Good deal.
Good day. And if you got something, send it to the Facebook page at Professors of Wrestling.
And we'll look at it.
We'll look. Yeah, maybe we put a contest up or something like that. Who knows? We could have more than one logo too.
I think so. Diversity.
So because I appreciate that. I can't speak for you, Dorrian, but I appreciate all the feedback and the positivity we've gotten in things. And even as we get into Botch Takes here, look for a bumper in here soon, letting us know where we're getting things wrong. And having that discussion, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to take us off to that?
Botch Takes. Here's some things that we got a little bit wrong on the last show. So, America's Most Hated is a stable of Preston Paradise, Hunter Mako, and David Ali. Now, that's a group I definitely didn't think would be together.
No.
But, hey, they work well. Obviously, getting David Ali his championship back. And Hunter Mako is still undefeated. Because,
well, Preston Paradise, I could see part of that because he was in, I'm going to jump ahead in here. He used to be in Bad Guys Inc., not Bad Company, which I probably said Bad Company just because, I don't know, it just kind of rolls off the tongue. So I apologize for that. That is 100% probably, that's 100% happened on that. But when he you see him as a heel.
Yeah.
And David Ali, as we were talking when we thought we were recording last time, makes for a great heel.
For sure. I mean, Ali Baby Hands.
Yes.
What the crowd calls him, but once he walks through, as you've said, he's full character. If he doesn't like you, he doesn't care to say it.
No.
It's going to go straight out.
Right. Yeah. And do you want to explain the 24-hour rule?
We got that 24/7 rule. on the Gladiator Championship, meaning anyone at any time can cash in on that. So after David Ali lost to Sunny Days, he had that opportunity. And it's been effect from the first day they introduced the titles.
I think where we were confused, and I don't think we got this wrong on this. This is not so much, but we were just confused on what that rule is because it took a couple days where it showed up in some sort of video format on the internet, and then thus we kind of like, aha. So thank you for enlightening us on that. With Johnny Maverick, the notorious Johnny Maverick, and Preston Paradise were Bad Guys Inc., not Bad Company. And then we get to this one here.
This was a huge surprise for me, and I apologize because it was probably me. Dante Steele, he won his match in February in order to become the #1 contender to face Mako.
I think what we had said on that one, I don't think that was so much a botch take, is we didn't make that one for some reason. Like, I think there was a work thing or something was going on, and every match we had seen Dante Steele, not just in Spinebusters.
You go to Sunbelt, you go to
Pose, everything like that. He would have these kind of close, almost win things, and we had not seen him win. So that was a concern on our part, is like, how does that impact him not winning this? So we're not saying he doesn't win, doesn't deserve to win. We had not seen him win, so that February one, that's just out of like, we weren't there. And thanks for the positive feedback. And again, Spinebusters letting us know where we got things wrong. And I like the fact that we can have this great communication between. So point it out, we are human, we're fallible.
right. I'm glad they listened.
Yeah, that's cool, and I appreciate they listen. Also, the last episode, we talked about the Order 66.
And you found that one out of what it meant.
That is a Star Wars universe reference to when they put out the order to get rid of the Jedi.
Okay.
And then someone says the one ref we were talking about was the filler, and I don't know. And I guess my confusion on this was is this talking about the Douglas show, or is this talking about the Valdosta show? Because we know the poor gal who always gets like just throttled.
The rookie, yeah.
The rookie. We figured she's not part of Order 66, and we figured the one guy was just subbing in.
All right. But it consists of Duke Silver and Hector Colon.
Yeah. That is the Order 66, and they are always out selling merch. They got buttons that are really cool.
I have about 3 or 4 of them.
I have a couple of them myself. So support Order 66, because without Order 66...
there'd be no matches.
Yes. So they go out there and support those guys. That's this episode's Botch Takes. I'm interested to know, as we get into the news and everything else, what is next episode's Botch Takes going to be?
Man.
So if we do get something wrong, or you feel we got something wrong, or we need to be educated on something, message us on the Facebook, on the POW, Professors of Wrestling.
Botched tape.
That is that one. Move on to news. And you were surprised when you saw that this morning. I thought I told you this.
No, this was a huge breaking news that you were about to throw down on all of us.
We were at that show where Sunbelt had made the big announcement. That was at Sparks, right?
Right.
They were like, hey, we're getting together with the POS, which is the Professor of Organized Sports Entertainment, which we were calling, was it Posse or Pose? And then they informed us it's pronounced Pose. And so we're like, cool. So we started going to, it was like combined events, like Sunbelt, which is a couple other kind of like wrestling entities within that, working together with Pose. And we're like, awesome, this is always cool when you see this kind of getting together. Yeah. When it was messaged to us, or me, I don't know, maybe because I've been going back and forth with the person that's behind that is Sunbelt, and I'm going to, is back in order because I think they had folded their whole entities together, and so Sunbelt was never the same, though the championship belt, the Heritage Championship, which Mike Payne holds, was part of the Pose thing. He says Sunbelt is back. When it was stated they had a show on April 6th in Ocilla. I think that's how you pronounce it. Gosh. Georgia. That's not too far from us. That if I was in town, and I would definitely have gone up to. There is. They Pose, and what I'm saying is Pose and Sunbelt are no longer affiliated in whatsoever. There was a creative difference, and he is going back to the Sunbelt. People are going back to doing Sunbelt Wrestling Entertainment, and the first one in Osceola was called Resurrection. So I guess those are two separate entities again.
That's pretty cool. I do wonder, because I remember their first night when they first merged.
Yeah.
It was all about the championship belt. So how do you really get those back to Sunbelt?
I don't know. I mean, I think Sunbelt had its own championship, and maybe Pose had its own.
Right, and they combined that night, I thought. So, like, if you were the tag team here.
I don't know how that works either.
Oh.
But either way, I think the Sunbelt back on the map is good for the fans.
Yeah? It means more wrestling?
Yes. More local great wrestling and see these up-and-comers. So that is this week's news. Maybe we need some sort of bumper within that, too. I don't know.
Cool news.
News. Next on our agenda here, and maybe we need better transitions.
Like some sound effects?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this is only what this is the fourth episode?
I think so.
All right, we're doing all right. We're learning.
We're building.
We're building. Upcoming shows?
Is April for Spinebusters, it's Aftermath?
The 24th, I think.
Yes.
Next Wednesday?
Yes.
Or this Wednesday when we release it. No.
It will be next Wednesday.
Let me look it up here. I can tell you right now. There's the awkward pause.
It's awkward.
Aftermath. Yeah, April 24th. So that's a week and a half
Yeah.
from when we release this. And
You want to do that one over?
I think we just keep it real.
Good deal.
Or do you want me to edit it out?
We're good.
All right. We're human.
We are.
April show, it's Aftermath. J2 Strong, which is kind of a controversial figure, might be, amongst us, the professors of wrestling.
For sure. We'll be taking on Ashton Starr. Ashton Starr hails from Southern Honor fame and is a pillar in the LGBTQ wrestling community.
So we're bringing some diversity.
And I like that.
It's cool, and particularly since, all Elite Wrestling just brought in, and I don't remember his name right off the bat, but he's a really openly LGBTQ person, and they're really big about diversity and inclusion, which if we want wrestling to sustain, we need to open up what that whole world and bring in some variety and some flavor into the world.
Only thing that I've seen, we've only seen Ashton Starr in that Battle Royale, I want to say.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I mean, he held his own. I think his style versus...
This was at the Pose, or is that right? Is that the same guy?
This one was at Spinebusters.
Okay.
That was at Edible Eddie at Pose.
Okay.
But this wrestling, I think their styles fit each other.
Yeah.
Few high flying that you may see.
Yeah.
Huge kicks.
Uh-huh.
Who knows? I'll give this one to Ashton Starr.
That's your prediction?
That's my prediction on that one.
I'm interested to see what happens with him and Proc the Croc.
I feel like we're leaning that way. I said it a month ago. They're about to start working on that singles career.
Yeah, I think it's happening right at about the right time. Flashing Cash, Hayden Price will be taking on Havoc.
How can I go against Hayden Price? It's very hard. I mean, as he says, Flashing Cash.
I think he's got a lot of good moves, and I think he could be definitely a good heavyweight contender for a lot of different regions around here. Like we were talking about, like who can challenge Mike Payne.
Right.
Hayden Price is one person that comes into mind as far as like one has agility, has the speed, can do a little bit of the off the ropes type stuff.
I definitely think so as well. I mean, he could be. It is April right now. We're talking about who could be that new superstar for Spinebusters.
Mm-hmm.
I know we mentioned J2 Strong getting the push, but if everything goes right for Hayden Price this month, who knows what we'll see.
And that could build up for a good match between him and Johnny Maverick, depending on what happens. I know Logan Creed is, because he won the Money in the Bank or won the Battle Royal, the Super Battle Royal, there gets a shot at, he becomes the number one contender for that super heavyweight for their top belt there at Spinebusters. Next up for this one is Connor Mason, who likes to get the baby hands going, chance going for against, oh, geez and Pete's, I'm losing my mind right now. David Ali, which is always fun, has signed Blaine Rage, a well-known indie wrestler who recently released a short film on Amazon Prime titled Over, so check that out. And he is going to be taking on undefeated Spartan champion, part of the America's Most Hated, Hunter Mako, and it is belt is on the line match.
Man, I gotta give this one to Mako. No matter
You
what,
think?
no matter who they bring in, it's Mako's show. We may call him Baby Shark, but the shark still gotta eat. And
I'm thinking there's gonna be like Preston Paradise and the tension between the commish, Connor Mason. What's gonna happen? How that's gonna impact this match as well. There's definitely heat between those two.
right, if there's someone influences, maybe they get disqualified and loses the belt. That's one way to really keep them outside of it. But what about you? Who do you think has it?
I would like. My gut. I would like to see somebody else with the title. Okay. Personally, but I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna have to agree, but my gut says let's bring it on. Next we have it's a triple threat match, and it's triple threat TLC hardcore match of David Ali, Hold My Beer Hansen.
Hold My Beer.
I think he's one of your personal favorites.
Oh yeah, gotta love it.
And Proc the Croc Johnson in this tables, ladders, and chair hardcore match. So it's a 3-way in there.
That's gonna be pretty.
I can tell you who I'm seeing Hold My Beer.
I think he's walking in as an underdog.
You think Hold My Beer is the underdog in this?
Yeah, for sure. Compared, you got the champion, David Ali.
Right.
You got Proc the Croc Johnson, a crowd favorite. About Austin has adopted him, almost in the sense that they love him so much. Hold My Beer is new on the scene. As much as I appreciate his moves and his work ethic, he may be the underdog in this one.
I see David Ali as the underdog in this one, on the sheer fact of size.
Yeah.
Plus, Proc and Hold My Beer teaming up, two big guys on that, eliminate him, and then just make it mano-a-mano on that one. And then I just see sheer fact of Hold My Beer, just out of pure tenacity and cheap American beer power behind him, the PBR or Old Style or Coors Light or whatever he's drinking is this gonna fuel him to what he needs to do to win this match. That's just that is my beer gut.
Your beer.
That's what my beer gut's telling me.
Nice. Oh man, we'll have to see on that one.
Okay.
Was it BTB, Brandon, and Roy? Rowe are back in town. They are the life of every party and plan to use Rowe's magic hat to predict their opponent. Hey, Hogwarts has a sorting hat, and they've had the magic hat. I don't know who's going to get this one. Who do you think's going to come out of that hat?
That is a good question. Oh, that's the Magic Man. Isn't that the Magic Man?
Yeah.
On that one. That's a good call. I think it's kind of a toss-up for me. I know. It's just. I think it's going to be. We'll talk about it ringside, and then we'll bring it back on the next episode because I really don't know how that could go. Because we haven't seen the Magic Man or BTB in a while. It's been what?
BTB, Brandon?
Yeah. Either of those two guys, because I know they were tagging for a while, I believe.
Right.
And we hadn't seen them. It's been at least maybe 4 months.
For us.
For us, yeah. We need to, if we would do air quotes, for us.
For us. Probably everyone else has seen him, but for us, it's
Yeah. But he hasn't been back the past couple ones.
Yeah.
So maybe he's out doing the circuit. So I think that's a toss-up. I don't know. I think there could be some shenanigans, some outside interference. You never know.
I'll be excited to see how they pull the names out of the hat. Mm-hmm. Maybe a rabbit will appear.
That is a good question on that one. The last one is a main event as an intergender tag team match with the notorious Johnny Maverick and battered referee Rookie Royal. Okay, so we have a name. We just called her the Rookie before. Now we have a name attached to her.
Okay.
And because we saw the setup to this one when Preston
went ham.
went ham on that poor girl, like gave her 3 like
I don't know.
like it was like
A twist and
yeah, it was just like a rag doll in the wind, just flipping around, just like kicking like an aluminum can that had been crushed.
how she walked out of that, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. And Preston Paradise and his partner of his choosing will face off an exciting tag match. This is Rookie Royal is is due some justice here, and we'll see what happens. I mean, but we could see interference from. I think it'd be nice to do this lumberjack style, where you get people covered and protected. So, what's happened to poor Rookie?
You can just get everyone to gang up on America's Most Hated.
Yeah, well, to keep it even,
Right.
and she's just doing her job.
Trying to make
I know we hear that a lot, but a referee's job is to maintain order, and like we know Preston Paradise with that guy's like 320. I know he's a big guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a barrel-chested dude, and she's what, maybe 120 on a good day, dripping wet. As far as like coming, just like on this working hard and throwing her around.
Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be an interesting match. I think I lean more towards the Johnny Maverick side.
I think there needs to be some justice. I think those two, whoever pressed, there needs to be comeuppance with that one.
Yeah.
So that is a preview of Spinebusters, and we'll have a full review on the next show, our next episode. But also we have SWA on April 20th.
That is this Saturday.
Yes, at 7 p.m. and that one is Salvation. I don't know why I went to trucker Saturday, truck source voice there. But anyway, this is the stuff I just pulled off the web. And this is in no particular order. Oh, you didn't go to me the last time I went to Pavo. That's what it was. I was confusing those. Lady of the Midway, Roxy Rogue, is coming back, and she is wrestling the Slayer, Lena. And we've seen both of those.
For sure, we've seen this match before.
Yes.
I mean, my idea thinks it still leans towards Lena.
You think?
I mean,
Isn't she the holder of the belt currently?
she is.
And last time we saw Roxy, she was going aggro, and like she was like in a character transition from like this really super positive face into like maybe to this angry heel thing. I don't know. She was upset. A lot of rage.
A lot of rage. Who knows? Maybe it's not being able to get that championship belt, but there's always a chance this Saturday.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna say Roxy's gonna win this one because they've had so many like the heels have been kicking it. I mean, like and winning so much here. They've got the balance has to change some way, somehow.
I give it in the next match of where that balance of power changes.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
All right.
And again, this is in no particular order. Task Force, which you missed those guys, and you were saying, I think last episode, how the Renegades, Dax and Maverick
Right.
need a foe because the Punkadelics are no longer, right? They lost stipulation matches. If they lost against them, they could no longer try to win the tag team belt.
Right.
And I was sitting in our normal spot, and the gimmick tables were back behind there, and Dax and Maverick were right behind me, and Task Force, those guys were just going back and forth the whole time. So there's definite heat between them. Task Force, and they had, I don't know if that was the first time or they had been at Pavo before, but I'm thinking that's going to be a great match, and I'm going to go here for the most part. I think this is where the heels are going to be getting the comeuppance, and Dax and Maverick have been kind of running roughshod, and questionable tactics have occurred. We'll just say that, and I'm thinking Task Force. We're gonna see the faces take this one.
I can't root against the Renegades.
But you're coming in handicapped. You have not seen Task Force in action.
But I've seen the Renegades wrestle so many times.
Right.
How can you bet against Maverick and Dax?
I think you're just cognitively. I think you've got the blinders on.
Okay, we'll have to see.
So right now, We're totally disagreeing on this card. Next, we're going up is the barefoot badass Matt Gilbert, or current champion. He'll be defending the AIWF National Championship against the ever-determined Punkadelic Vince Lewis. But we knew he had an injury and had to do hospital, and that is barring that he has been cleared post-surgery.
I really hope so, because I think this is where we start to agree in this whole thing, because I'm rooting for Vince.
Okay.
That comeback match, Matt Gilbert, he's stocky, short and stocky, and has that agility, but Vince, I think he can really make him tap out.
I was sorry to see that he had the medical emergency, whatever that may be.
Right.
And I know SWA has had their fair share of wrestlers who's had medical issues that have prevented them from being able to get into the ring. Right, and we understand you got to take care of yourself because these are people who this is their dream or this is what they want to do, and you are your, I don't know another way to say it. Without, if anything's wrong, then you've reached. You can't reach whatever your end goal is going to be. So I hope Vince. I'm kind of hoping Vince is going to be able to pull it out if he's medically cleared.
Me too.
This also brings us. This is the technical alchemist, David Mercury.
He's back.
He's back. I love his gimmick.
Yes.
I love his little Igor, his little buddy that goes with him. And it's mystery opponent.
Man, who could that be?
No idea. I mean, we could probably speculate.
Dark Rage?
I don't know.
Or Preston? Not Preston.
I don't think it'd be Preston. I don't know. I mean, that's a mystery one, and I think I will leave it as a mystery who's going to win that one. Not knowing who their opponent is.
Right.
I think we're handicapped on that one.
Pure toss-up.
So that is card subject to change on that one. Now, which brings us to, I think this is going to be the main event.
For sure.
Beatrice, you know what we're going to have to mention here. That was one of the things when I posted up this morning, and we need to be more I want to say you or I, who cares? Either one of us needs to be more proactive and give us your input, because we do want the listeners and the fans and everybody who goes to these things. What do you think? Is there things we need to cover? But this has definitely got brought up, and I definitely agree with you, Beatrice. Rod Grimes, the scoundrel,
Yeah.
versus the newly rebranded The Storm. I.e., we knew him previously as Tony Storm, but there is a Tony Storm who just got signed to NXT, and to eliminate confusion, The Storm. How do you see this going?
I see it leaning more towards Rod Grimes. It has to lean towards him. Kangaroos will be there for sure.
Yeah.
His company, his friends, Rod Grimes, there's no way I don't see the Storm coming out of this one with a W.
Okay.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it ends in a disqualification and the Storm keeps his belt. But it will be definitely a match of the night to remember, I'd say.
I love me some Rod Grimes.
All right?
I think he is probably my favorite heel of any of the wrestling production associations in the area that we go to. I think we've done quite a bit over the last year coming in here, and I think he does a great job of healing it up. Rod Grimes, if you could see this, and then the next one will probably be David Ali. And that would be my second place, and I would say Rod Grimes is ahead by quite a bit, and that's just personal preference because he does such a great job of riling up the crowd. When he made that little kid cry because he kind of lurched toward him and made a growling noise, and that kid was just shaking, that just got him some instant heat from the fans, and people were in his face. Not only more, they just elevated it to that whole next level. You couldn't have planned it. I mean, it was just. The kid was yelling at him, and he went, roar, and leaned into him, and that kid just got visibly upset. So, listen, kid, don't, if you can't talk the talk, if you can't walk the walk, don't talk the talk there.
Save it for your 10th birthday.
Save it for, for your 10th birthday. And so, you're saying Rod Grimes is going to win?
I gotta stick with him. I gotta stick with Rod Grimes.
This is where we're going to agree. This title with Rod Grimes, he's on point. He has the right support behind him with the Kangaroo and everybody within that whole that group, the association, and I think it's exciting because when you missed the Tony Storm Homecoming build up, I was surprised that I figured there would be a match. I thought it'd be one time because we know the Storm is getting a lot of positive heat on where he's going and what he's doing. He's moving up in the world. He's hitting a bunch of shows and doing a lot of things. But Rod Grimes, man, I don't know if I just see Rod Grimes. He can't overcome the griminess of Rod Grimes.
It's definitely gonna be an interesting match. I think the fans will be into it.
Yeah.
We may see if Rod Grimes becomes the champ, they will riot. So be prepared.
I think it's gonna get like, definitely as the summer months are upon us, it will be warm and toasty in that building. I think the heat is going to increase that much more. And I think I'm looking forward to see what signs are gonna be made.
Yes.
How much silly string is gonna be used.
How much will there be nachos?
There's gonna be definitely how much nachos you're gonna be able to eat that night. I think you're at a nacho deficit right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I probably have to fix that soon.
But I see this match. Rod Grimes is going to want to win this by hook or by crook.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
He's not leaving Pavo without that belt.
I think so. And I'm sorry, people of Pavo. I think this is the only match we're probably going to agree on this whole card.
Probably so. I mean, we have Vince, but this is that one.
Yeah.
That if it happens, we know. This is where we agree.
And there may be other matches, like I imagine the Soviet Assassin may be there.
Oh, that'd be
and
awesome.
the mayor of wrestling. We got the Spider.
Will they team up again?
Yeah. No, I don't, because they had a falling out, so it's interesting to see what goes on with that.
Spider versus.
Yeah. I mean, well, I would go Soviet Assassin all day on that one. I mean, the Spider weighs like maybe 85 pounds.
Yeah, there's
dripping wet, like coming out of like a hurricane storm. So there's a lot of good matches for this one coming up. So I'm interested to see how it is, and I'm interested to talk about it for the next episode.
Yeah.
Next,
Sunbelt.
As we said, they're back, and what they were messaged to us over the internet, over digital means, is they are introducing a new championship. I guess we could have put this in news as well, but they're having a new championship called the Internet Championship, and it will be defended live on Facebook and Instagram. So look for that. We will definitely be posting that information as soon as we get it on the Facebook page, and as soon as we find out when the next Sunbelt match is going to be. We'll definitely debrief it. So the next episode, maybe we'll have something more to talk about, of like preview of shows or whatever, or maybe we can find out, preview whoever the Internet Championship belt's going to be. I mean, I don't know what contest. I mean, maybe that's like a Johnny Romano
versus El Nino.
Yeah.
And how can I gotta give it to El Nino if that's the match. But I'd love to see it.
I think that would be a good matchup for the Internet idea. Lastly, this one is, you are not going to be able to go. I'm definitely going to make time to do this one. Destiny Combat Championship Wrestling, and because I messaged them right before we recorded, I don't know who's going to be on the card. Looking at the flyer, there seems to be some familiar faces. El Nino was on that. His valet was on that one. The dude that was like Pro America that was wrestling SWA.
Yeah.
I don't know what his wrestling name is. So, but this looks like a good regional.
I like, from the poster design to card matchup. I wish I was there to see it.
So I will be previewing that one, but that's going to be kicking off May.
Yeah.
And I think I'll be going with some other professors of our wrestling clique that will be join us. We need to get. You know why we need the shirts? Is so we can wear them in our section. We can create like our own kind of like, the Four Horsemen, or D-Generation X. We're professors of wrestling.
I like it.
So that's another reason why we need T-shirts.
I thought we were anonymous. We're not.
I don't know. We're totally not anonymous. We put create our own posse right there. Anyway, so that is happening May 4th at Baker County Agricultural Fair in McKinley, Florida. And I think that starts at 7 p.m. I didn't put the time down, but that's what I'm going to guess. If not, look for the flyer. We're definitely going to be posted up in the Facebook group. Anything else we need to add for this week?
Please be sure to follow us on YouTube at the Professors of Wrestling, as we are posting a lot more. And with this upcoming week being Easter and all of that, we have a very good surprise for your Easter basket coming up.
That's what we're hoping for. We kind of teased it last episode. We didn't have it for sure. I think this is like we're in the 90%. This is going to happen.
I'm for it. You can say it and knock them out. And let's tell them about their Easter basket surprise.
Do you want to do it now? We are going to be getting a shoot interview with The Storm.
The Storm.
And we're doing that, and we will post that. And it's going to be video. It's not going to be audio.
You're going to be able to see him, understand where he's going through, what his plans are for SWA, and how they're going to...
Or just in general, what's going on with The Storm.
What's this rebranding really mean?
Yeah. So that was cool that they people from that organization reached out to us and asked us if we'd like to do it, and we were like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, check out the YouTube page. We're on the Facebook page, and then I'm at hey_snowflake on Twitter, Just a Professor on Instagram.
And then I am D2 Baber on all social media.
And if you want just to cover something, or we've made a botch take somewhere, or we're recording on next episode will be on the 28th of April. We do every 2 weeks, barring anything. Let us know. Message us. We're happy to call out our goofs and any form of shatter, but I will be more proactive in sending out messages on the Facebook page saying, hey, what do we need to talk? Because it's not just about our experience going these. We're coming from the fan, the Mark perspective, so we want to hear what you think as well.
Thank you very much.
All right.